Look back 6 years ago to 2007. The first touchscreen device came out.
Thank you for coming.
Steve Jobs said the iconic words
We're going to make some history together today.
before he previewed the original iPhone to the world. Do you think he truly understood the impact touchscreens would have on our daily lives in 2013? Whether it's a smartphone, a tablet, or the new Microsoft Windows RT operating system, most of us have played with a touchscreen at some point where our fingers do the navigation. Did you realize it's practically a feat of magic that they even work at all? But touchscreens have disadvantages too. Some people complain they can't use their devices in cold weather because they're wearing gloves. Others say it's really difficult to type accurately because the buttons are so small. People with thick fingers who aren't used to touchscreens may have trouble writing long emails on such a small device compared to computer keyboards. To solve these problems, there are companies in Silicon Valley doing innovative research in touchscreen technology. One such company is Synaptics, a semiconductor company based in Santa Clara, California. Dr. Andrew Hsu, who's a technology strategist at Synaptics, has been working on Sensa, a prototype that launched this year at the Consumer Electronics Show. Sensa is designed to solve another complaint about touchscreens being unresponsive.
So what we did with Sensa was we added some additional sensors to the back to be able to inform the device potentially of how the user is holding onto the sensor. So in this case,
Detecting hand position can then be used in applications like eBook readers.
The first page here is a fixed margin control. So it just moves the margin to a fixed location. In this one we have a rather unique text wrapping that roughly tracks the shape of your finger.
Synaptics has also been working on making smartphones better for people living in cold weather or doing sports that require gloves, like skiing and snowboarding. The company designed the first capacitive touchscreen compatible with gloves. So now, you don't have to shell out for special gloves or conductive finger pads. When you get into the layers of touchscreens, you'll see they are complex technological devices. It's amazing to think about the innovations we've achieved since the first iPhone in 2007. This slide shows you why the differences matter. On the left, the touch sensor is a separate layer glued onto the cover glass in the LCD display. That's called a discrete sensor. On the right, the touch sensor is integrated into the LCD display. It allows Synaptics to thin out their screens by almost 1 millimeter so that the device is lighter, or it can hold a bigger battery and still stay the same size. This is what the technology looks like on the inside. And on cell is where the touch sensor is removed entirely and the touch detection happens on receivers and transmitters adhered directly to the LCD display. This is the latest thing that's coming out and you're likely to see this year. In cell is where the touch detection is integrated so there are no jumpers or transmitters on the glass. The idea is it can eliminate more noise and give better performance. So experts, which is the best?
The absolute best performance would be the in-cell.
Finally, the question everybody wants to know. What's Homer gonna do?
I gotta call the plant and warn them.
The fingers you have used to dial are too fat. To obtain a special dialing wand, please mash the keypad with your palm now.
So does this mean his fat fingers can't use touchscreens? Mohammed, who's a usability research scientist at Synaptics, explained.
Well, the touchscreen pretty much is designed around to address the fat finger problem, because like when you look at the normal PC interfaces, those icons are smaller, but for the touch screens, they're basically bigger. So it takes into consideration the fat finger problem, and that's why they are bigger.
In fact, Synaptics used to have an anthropologist work for them who would study how people use electronic devices. Ultimately, the team cautions, if your fingers are so fat they're the size of a palm, it might trigger the palm detection algorithms, and your touchscreen is going to reject your finger's command. And if you have fat finger syndrome, there's always keyboards, at least for now. This is Anna Lee signing off for the Peninsula Press, a project of the Stanford Graduate Program in Journalism.